everyone, welcome back to the video series of object oriented programming with Java. Our today's topic for this particular video, that is a collection class, then iterator and enumeration, and the last one, that is a list interface. I am an instructor Mr. Ankit Patel. So let's start. First class, that is a collection class. So here the collection class is a framework. Here the collection is a framework in the Java, and it is a centralized and unified theme to store and manipulate the group of the object. So here the collection, it is used to store the different types of values, string, of integer, float, double, any type value we are storing on the collection classes and the subclasses of the collection, and then we can manipulate that data according to the different classes. Now the collection in the Java framework that provide us architecture to store and manipulate the group of object. All the operations such as searching, sorting, insertion, deletion, etc. and you can perform on the data object by using the Java collection. And set, list, queue and dequeue are the interface in the Java. I will show you the hierarchy of the collection, and the array list, vector, linked list, priority queue, hash set, link hash set, tree set, etc. are the class in the Java collection. So I will show you the hierarchy of the collection that you can easily understand. Here all the blue line in the box are the interface in the collection, and the green line, that green box show the different classes, and the arrow shows that these are the implements or the extend the specific class or the interface. So here the first one, that is a iterable, that is our main interface is there. Then the sub interface, that is a collection. Now the collection, the list, queue and set, these are the sub interface of the collection. And now in a list you can see the array list, linked list, vector and a stack. These are the subclass of the list interface. Same as in a queue, the dequeue is there, array queue is there, priority queue is there, and lastly the set is there. Now in set interface, different types of set is like hash set is there, link hash set is there, tree set is there. These are the different subclass of the. So this is the hierarchy where each and every class and interface how to part of this collection. So first of all, let's discuss about the important topic, that is the difference between iterator and enumerator. So mostly we are using the iterator and enumerator for the looping purpose. Now what is the exact difference between these two? So here the iterator is a universal cursor, as it is applicable for all the collection class, whereas if you are talk about the enumeration, it is not an universal cursor, as it is applied only to legacy class. Now using a iterator, you can read and remove the element in the collection. Same as using a enumerator, you can only read the element in the collection. You cannot remove element using the enumeration. Then the iterator cannot replace any element in the collection, whereas the enumeration support only legacy class. To work on the limitation of the iterator, you must option for the list iterator. And same, to overcome the limitation of the enumeration, you must option for the iterator. So iterator is better than the enumeration. So this is the difference between the iterator and the enumeration. Now let's talk about the list interface. Even I will also explain the different types of list, the subclass of the list interface with the examples. So the list interface extend the collection, and that store the sequence of element. Now it is an order collection of objects in which the duplicate value can be stored. So in a list, one thing is sure, that you can add a duplicate value on the list. Now this element can be inserted, deleted or accessed by their position in the list using the zero base index. So here the index for the list interface is start with the 0, like in the array. And the implementation class of the list interface are so these are the subclass of the list interface. These are the array list is there, linked list is there, stack is there, and the vector is there. I will show you all these 4 class with the example. And the last one, that is a queue is there, that is a queue interface is there. Now in a queue, interface is available in the java.util package and extend the collection interface, and the queue collection is used to hold the element about to be processed and provide a various operation like the insertion and removal, etc. And it follow the FIFO, that is the first in first out. We all know about the queue, that is the first in first out, the first element inserted, that is to be first out. So I will implement this program of the queue, also explain with the live programming. So without wasting so much time, let's start the programming. Now in this session I will show you the example of the array list, vector, then the link list and a stack class as well as a queue class. So let's start the first example of the array list. So I have already explained about the array list in my previous video, but let's see the example of the array list, because this is a part of the collection. So for that we need to implement one important package, that is the java.util.arraylist is there. Here we are using the array list, that's why we need to throw an exception, that is a number format exception or the IO exception. Here the number format exception is not a check exception. If you are remove it, it's not problem, right? Or even you can just write out the throws exception. So we have the different option. Now first we are creating the array list, L1 new array list. I have created one object, and finally we can add the different value to the array list using the add method. So now here in array list we are not specific type of element we are storing in that particular array list. So firstly we are storing the string and this is also a string. Now here we are storing a 4 and 5. So these are the different types of value. Now if you want to print that value, just write down one for loop is there and system.out.println L1.getI. Using getI, it will return the specific element of the array list. Now if you want to remove, just remove the method is used and you can pass the index of that particular method, and finally you can print that particular data after removing. So now if you run this particular code, so let's compile first of all. Here the array list demo.java is there. Here one warning, one note will be displayed when you are compiling, because we have not specified any type of array list here. That's why this will generate a one message over here that you have used just uncheck or unsafe operation. So if you need to just specify only string value is there, so you can just write down in angular bracket like this type, a string is. Same as here, write down here the string. So at the same time, this will accept only the string value. Okay. So now let's run this code. That is the Java array list demo. Now if you see the output, first one, show the element. Here you can see, show the element which are stored in the array list, that is the first element, second element, third, fourth. This will show. Now if you remove that particular element, that show the data after removing the array list, that means we have removed, here we have removed the 2 and 1. That means 2 and 1, if you are talk about the 2, that is the second element, sorry, the third one, because array index is start with the 0. If you are talk about the 2, the third element will be deleted. If you talk about the 1, the second element will be deleted. If you talk about the 0, the first element will be deleted. So here these two elements are deleted because this index is 1 and 2. So finally the first element 4 and 5 will be displayed. So hope you understand the example of the array list. So I am using only a 2 method, that is the add and remove method of it. Now next one, that is a vector class is there. Now in vector class, same as the add method is there, you can add the different element in a vector also. So here in vector I am adding the different value like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I am printing the value using the enumerator, right? You can also use a for loop and directly get the element, or you can also use a enumerator. So now just v dot element, so these all element of the vector are now in the list, and the method is there has more element. Has more element method is tell that is there any element in the available in the enumerator, is unable, that will return the true element, and this simply it will be system dot outward list dot next element. So this will print the different element in the of the vector. Now finally I am using the different method of the vector class. So first one, that is the capacity of the vector. Then I am printing the 0 element, fourth element, first element, last element, is empty. Then we are just removing the value 5. Finally we can get the size. Then we add one element, that is hello, and we are getting the size. We can remove the elements, that is a v dot remove all the element, and finally we are getting the size. So I will show you the output, then you can easily understand. That is a Java C vector demo dot java and Java vector demo. Now you can check over here. So the first one that is the 1 2 3 4 5 6, this will print the, when we are using a while loop, so this will print as simply, this will print this value. Now if you are talk about the capacity, the default capacity, here the 10 is the capacity of index, 0 index mein what we have stored, that is a 1. That is a fourth element we are getting, that is a 5, because it start with the 0 index. That first element in the vector, that is a 1, last element in the vector, that is a 6. Now is the vector is empty, this will return a false, because there is a element in the, now I am removing the element, fourth element, that is a 6, fourth index. Here I am passing the, because I am passing here argument, I am passing a 5, that's why it will remove the 6th element. Now here the vector size is 5, because one element is removed. Now size of vector after adding the hello, that is 6, and finally you can see that here that after adding hello the 6, and size of the vector after removing the all element, this will display a 0, that is the last line. Okay, so hope you understand this example of the vector. Now the next example, that is of the linked list demo. So now in linked list, I have just specified here the string. You can see here the linked list, that is only accept the data of the string type. Right, now I am adding the different value to the linked list, that is A, B, C, D, E, Z, A, and I am adding a 1 to A2. You can add, and finally you can just print the linked list using just directly print the value of L1. Now if you want to delete a specific element, then just write down the remove 2, or if you want to just write down the remove D, that is the value of string, as well as you can find the data, as well as you can find the index value for deleting purpose. Remove the first, remove the last is there. Then I can also change this value, that is object value L1 dot get to, so I am getting this value, and L1 dot set to, the value is the form of the string and the value is change. I will show you the first of all the output, that you can easily understand. Java C linked list demo dot java. Here one identifier is unexpected, that is a class link list demo. Now one error is there, link list demo. I have saved this particular file using this name. Once again one method will be displayed as object cannot be converted to the linked list string, that is L1.clone. Here I am calling one clone method, so I am removing this first of all, this argument. After I will show you this example, that is L2 link string, L2 new string. So we have already defined this L2, that's why we cannot create this. Now this is error free code, and now if you run this particular program, first of all the original element in the linked list that you can see here, that is a then A2 B C D. Why this A2 is printed? Because here we have just added in an index of 1 to A2, that's why the A2 is displayed over here. Now element after the deletion we have deleted the D and the second index, that is in a second index, that is the A2, A is there. So here the deleted element, the first and last element link after deleting we have deleted here the A and Z, then this is the linked list. After changing the value, that is A to B, and change, that is the value. You can see here I have just changed this value. This is a code if you want to change that particular element in the linked list. So now hope you understand this example of the linked list. Now the next example, that is of the stack. So here I am using just simply operation of the stack, that is a push and a pop element or pick. So stack you can directly create it using the stack class. Then you can push a different because the stack is a LIFO manner, last in first out manner. So the first element is added 1, then after 2, 3, 4 and 5. So this type of arrangement here. Now is the s1.empty method this tell is the stack is empty, so this will return false. s1.peek, what is the peep element is there, then s1.pop, the last element will be pop. I will show you first of all the output, then you can easily understand the code. Now Java C stack class.java. So here there are the list of error will be displayed. We have not specified the space over here, that's why this will generate an error. So here again we have not specified the type, that's why this message will be displayed, right? There is no any type of error is there. Now if you run this code, you can see the stack is empty or not, false, because it is not an empty. Then if you just peek, that is a what is the top element point to that is a 5. If you pop, right, if you pop that particular element, the 5 will be popped and the stack size is now become 4. So this is the normal stack that we have already learned in the data structure, that how it will work. And the last example, that is of the queue, right? So in a queue I am just created queue of the integer type, right? I am adding the element to the queue, that is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Now if you want to remove any specific element, that you can remove using the remove method, and then I am just printing the value of queue. Then I am printing the head value using the head. You can assign just directly like integer head is equals to queue dot peek, then what is the size of the queue, and finally I am printing the size of the queue over here. So let's run this code so you can understand. That is QDemo.java. Here one package error is there, that is a import java.util.star is required. Now let's compile this code again. So there is no error, then Java queue. Now if you see, so remove element is 2, 3, 4, 5, because after adding I am not printing this value, right? Directly I am removing the value, that is the last element, that is remove, that is the first element, because this is the first in first out, the first element is removed, that is the 2 3 4 5. Now the head here pointing to the 2 and the size of the q, that is equals to 4. Now again if you print here, now suppose if you just write down here print q is there, so this will print the this is the first data. When you are adding into the queue, this will print a 1 2 3 4 5. Now if you remove the element, the what is it will be, if you talk about the stack, that the 5 will be removed, but here the queue is there, the first in first out, so 1 is removed first of all, this is our 2. Now our head point to the 2, because the next removal element, that is the 2. If you are remove the any specific element, then 2 will be removed, then 3, then 4, then 5, because this is a first in first out manner. So hope you understand all the example that I have explained in this particular video. So this is the end of the programming. So thank you very much. If you have any doubt, you can feel free to ask me. Thank you very much.